Hello, hello. Welcome. Hey, my mic's unmuted. Yeah, let's go. I checked. Anyway, welcome to the stream. How's it going? It's Friday. It came up quick this week. And yeah, so there's a Darkest Saga with items, I'd imagine. Maybe the 10k chest got updated again with more items. We'll check that right away. And some other stuff, of course. But hey, welcome to the stream. How you guys doing? Yeah, so interested to see what's in the Darken's Saga for today. Just woke up not too long ago. Still kind of waking up a little bit, but I'm sure we'll get there quick. Let's see. What? All right. Playlist going here, and that's really loud. That's better. Alright, yeah, leave a like on the stream if you like it. And yeah, let's have some house items. And these are from last week, I think. Can't quite remember. Anyway, let's check the 10k chest. See if there's anything new added. Because there should be the Korey stuff in here, right? Right? Surely it got added. Surely it's not. It's not finished yet. All right. I'm very patient with that, I guess. All right, so that didn't get updated. A week later. All right. Anyways. Anything new in the featured? Oh yeah, there is new stuff in featured. So some Australian gear. Still got the lucky day stuff in there. That's kind of neat. Rarity. Let's go in the zoomed in room. Inspect the items. Oh, it's got a little butt cape. On the armor. I like the neck. Not turtleneck, but whatever that is. It's kind of cool. A different weapon that's smaller. It's got like a skirt thing, but it the leg, it goes above it. I don't get how that works, but anyway. It's kind of weird looking armor, to be honest. Oh, male variant for that one looks sick. What are these? It's got a shape to it. Don't think you can fit a human head in there, but it does have a shape to it. Looks like the top of a sword they cut off. Cut off the tip of a sword and attach it to the top of your head. That's a pretty neat cape. I might pick that up. That looks pretty cool, actually. Alright, so that's everything in featured. Not a crazy amount, but do I have a favorite armor from the chest from the 10k? Probably not. Probably not. I think there's any armors I like in the 10k chest. I bought the 10k chest for like the Eternal Flames mostly. It's probably the most like value I got at the 10k chest. This one's alright, although I don't like the ice spikes. And I like the I don't know what you call it, like the X-ray looking like thing on this armor. I think that looks cool. Although the rest of the armor is kind of whatever. None of the armors are too crazy though. Is Deja's event over? Yeah, it went on for 3 weeks, right? Don't last forever. The Golden Age, the Kingdom of Astravia, was a land of plenty. Oh, wait, what is this? Precha? Something like that. The Grand Star, his deity, gazed lovingly over the people and promised to protect her beloved children. Or beloved. She blessed the land with onyx crystals and nourished the soil. Harvests were bountiful, and the minerals were highly sought after by the barbarians from the outside. Astravian's people were well fed, wealthy, and enjoyed the fragile peace of the king's reign. Apparently the Darken Saga is coming to an end soon. Like sometime this year maybe? Fragile, the glimmering capital is not perfect. Mortals are powerful in the desire to march towards perfection. It's really good how well Darken's done the whole saga, to be honest. As they move forward, so too spun the Wheel of Fate. And I'm glad they're ending it. I think it could drag if they kept going. You know, like other quest lines in this game have. The former, Zephyric Paladin Suki, devoted herself to serving the Astravian royal family. By sharing knowledge from the lands beyond that of the Grand Stars, she and Prince Darken improved the lives of his subjects. But nothing in this life or the next is free. For the peasants to live well, the nobles must give up their decadence. Eat the rich. 24 years ago. I would love to see a new Darken. Not that I'd be happy that this is not that I'm like happy that the Darken Saga would be ending or anything. Because it's been good so far, right? And I'm sure people will look back on this. People that played through it, they'll look back on it and be like, "Oh yeah, that was really good." Kind of like how we look back on like I remember at the time when the what's it called? At the time, the saga where you got Arch Paladin from. What's that called? I can't think of the name of it right now. But you know what I'm talking about, the Arch Paladin saga. When that came out, people were like kind of like so on it, you know? But when you look back on it, you're like, oh, that was actually really good. I think people think it's really good right now, and it'll only this Darken Saga will only age like fine wine more than anything. Mysterious Stranger Saga? Yeah, it's called something else. It wasn't called Mysterious Stranger, the whole saga had a name. Wasn't that? Talk to the king, talk to the prince. We shall do that. Wherever they are. Are there any new rares? Yeah, actually there are. They're in the shop. Not the greatest. Cool cape. Hey, Rins. I recognize that person. Wait, where do I talk to the people? Oh wait, do I have to fight to continue? Is that what that said? I haven't seen that in a while. No. Were they in the first room and I'm just thought I had to run. Oh, there's an up arrow. I thought that was a back arrow. Usually there's a gray arrow and then a orange arrow. I get so used to what I'm used to in this game that whenever they change it a little bit, it's very weird. Two directions to choose from? That's one too many for me. Soldiers medal. These soldiers? Yes. It's a room of two. I guess one's two. Two in this one. Plot better than Attack on Titan. I haven't seen later seasons of Attack on Titan. I'm waiting for them to finish it. I was watching Attack on Titan. I'm like, and I got to like like halfway through the second season, I think. And I was like, man, like it's good, but I know it's not over yet, and I don't really want to like finish this and then wait. So I got it bookmarked where I left off at, and I'll continue when they actually finish the finish that whole story up. They wrap it up. I'd rather just sit and watch the whole thing. That's why I usually like to watch TV shows. I love watching a TV show that's already finished. That's the best. Something you've never seen before, and it's already over. Those are the best shows to watch. Oh, we're done. Anyway, this pet. Be gone, pet. I guess very gold. Pro tip for the click ones: you always hide your monsters. It'll help you find the clickables faster, and maybe even click on them. Don't forget to unhide them after, though. What's my PC setup? 3080 and a 9900K with a OC on it at the moment. I mentioned the OC on my CPU not because I'm like a nerd or anything, but it actually helps like quite a bit. And I'm a nerd, but you know, a non-overclocked 9900K performs a lot worse than a overclocked one from personal experience. Calming down the citizens with my sword, as we do. Training grounds, soldiers disciplined. Oh, so we unlocked the new map. Cool, cool. I only watched the first season and skipped the rest, but I finished the manga. So you skipped the second season and watched... Alright, fair enough. I haven't watched any anime in a hot minute. I was watching a bit there for a while, but then I kind of got burned out on it. I was watching like, I kept trying to find like new anime to watch, and it kept all being like kind of samey. Like it felt all samey. Like there is some really good anime, but I don't know. I feel like you gotta sift through a lot of it to find stuff you like. And some of the good stuff might have like a bad art style, and then the stuff with the good art style is not good. And I judge the anime a lot by art style, but more than anything, when I'm like choosing what to watch. I'm a sucker for a good art style for sure. I mean, that's why I play this game mostly. Banger art style. Can't properly express our gratitude in words, Your Highness. I feared the soldiers would have killed us if you hadn't stepped in. My apologies for our matters taking up your precious time. That's not an apology. I can accept the soldiers are meant to protect Ostravia, and most importantly, the Austravians. I have read the papers you printed. It was proper criticism, not slander against the nobles. There was no reason to burn your printing presses or attack you. As your leaders, we should be listening to your concerns. Your Highness, if anyone should be thanked, it should be Suki. She shared your writings with me, and was the first to rush to the conflict. The outsider. Your Highness, we can't possibly let an outsider spy on our weaknesses. I'm surprised she could even read it. Calm down. What? That's not, huh? Of course she could. Suki, it's fine. Don't worry about it, my liege. That was a terrible remark. I'm sorry. You had to hear that from one of my subjects. No, I get it. They're used to being at war with the outsiders. If I were them, I wouldn't trust me either. For 2 years, you've shed blood for Ostravia. You don't deserve discretion. Yep, it's only been 2 years. They won't warm up that easy. I gotta keep trying. On a lighter note, the street brawl perked me up after all the boring paperwork. Did you have fun too? I would have preferred a stroll to the gardens, but you stroll through gardens, not to them. Anyway, but doing anything with you is enjoyable. Prince Darken, are you spending time with your girlfriend during work? The royals are abusing their power. If only I were that lucky, though. I'd prefer a shorter cutie. What is this? What is this dialogue? Hey, don't go hollering about that. Besides, Darken eventually needs to marry a princess. Not a dumb chunk of muscle from the wheat fields. Who describes himself as a dumb chunk of muscle? Suki, that's not true. I'm tired of listening to the king badgering Darken to get married. He doesn't need a princess, he has you. Might makes right. That's what we learned as foot soldiers. Have a duel with the 3 of us. The stronger meant to lead, no Australian warrior would contest that. Alrighty. Dog. Alrighty. Ride of the Valkyrie. So I'm gonna go defeat these guys. Cool. Hey Sam. Darken class? They might do a Darken class. Wasn't there that video on Twitter a while back with like Darken class skills that someone made? It wasn't an official video, but I think the idea is brewing, you know? For a Darken class. Sure players would like to see it. There's definitely a distinct art style you could make use for the animations that Darken has. So I could definitely see them doing that. What is this music? Sounds good. It's like Nintendo music. Just random Nintendo music I'm listening to. The game The game has music in it, but it's very low quality, sometimes copyrighted. You know, it's really iffy. Very iffy whether or not you can even listen to it on YouTube, so I don't roll the dice on that one. Not worth it. Wait, is every room a duplicate? Oh, they are. One Piece hitting its peak of hype right now. Would it only take like 1,200 episodes for it to hit its peak? One Piece at its peak right now, huh? That's wild. Did anyone have a single doubt? Suki, you're queen material. Yes, queen. Those gauntlets pack a punch. Need to get my hands on a pair. The engineer said Australian tech was compatible with Seraph tech. It's like some League of Legends shit. It was a real surprise when the higher ups told me to be careful showing off our weapons. Apparently they're not supposed to be anything this advanced created in lore. At least not for a few years. That's weird. What? That's not how tech works. That is an interesting way to word it. Stravian hasn't met its match in technology either. In fact, wait, this Stravian, I wasn't paying too much attention to that dialogue, but is Stravian a separate like world from Lore's world? Alright, it's like a subset, right? They said that Lore wasn't ready for the attack, but then they separate out Stravian. Anyway, I don't know, who cares? That doesn't really matter. At least in the territories beyond their borders. I wonder. The Rotten Tomatoes just rolled in. No need to hold back on my behalf. It makes you feel. Why does he look like this sad emo kid? It makes me feel better about your poor little selves. Slander me all you wish. I already know that I'm better than you. Sure. You? Prince Drago, it's nice to see you. Hope we weren't being too loud. You live in a giant fuck off castle. How are you being too loud? I forget to ask, why weren't you at breakfast this morning? Did you eat? Speaking of eating, I need to get some food. That I did, in my own chambers. I don't like sharing the table with an animal. This guy? Talk with a dog like that. Also, the dog's gonna get his coffee and get some coffee on his tail. Shaking it that fast. Oh, Strago, are you not busy with your studies? I have enough free time to share a little advice. Like any dog, Suki has smarts. She has a good heart and knows how to juggle her fellow brutes. Does that mean the Australian nobles or common would put a crown on a dog? A foreign mutt at that? Oh, don't think so. Enough. Stop taking your frustrations out on others. If you have a problem, talk to me. Isn't it obvious? He's still sore about the combat training accident. Drago, you attacked Suki after I said the spar was over. She wouldn't have cut your face if you didn't lose your temper. They both have face cuts. That was my fault. It was hard to hear the whistle and I'm always too rough. You gave up your sword after that. That wasn't... I love Darken and that means Drago could be family one day. We shouldn't be fighting. Please excuse me, the duels right after the street brawl made me feel lightheaded. Darken, if you have no further need for me, my liege, I return to my quarters. Suki, wait. Brother, our father needs us at our side. Dally all you want with your fling later. Alright. Go to bed. Alright. Are we dreaming now? Forsaken Husk. Little boss guy. Hey, it's Pie. It's weird to recognize names in this game. Just random players you run into, you're like, hey, I recognize that name. Happens pretty often in this game. Like recognize them from Twitter or somewhere. I mean, wouldn't lore have red skies if a Darken event, if it was, it wouldn't be big enough. Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, with the skies being red and all that. I guess it is like a... Although, there's other instances of that in lore, right? The sky being different. Like, the deserts of lore have very different skies to, like, the marsh, right? Suzuki, is that you? It hurts. So dark. Darken, it's me. I'll get you out of here. It's all your fault. What? My family. My kingdom. You turned them all against me. No, I would never do that. I should have never trusted an outsider. You don't belong here. And you never will. No! Jesus, flashbang. Oh my god, white text. Suki, what's wrong? I'm sorry, it was a nightmare. What are you doing here so late? You said you weren't feeling well. I came to visit as soon as father had fallen asleep. And I heard your voice calling out to me. Was it because of the nightmare? You can always share your worries with me. I would never turn you away. Maybe you should. Maybe I make you look worse just being near you. The Australians need a ruler that can help them. They need to trust you for that to happen. I know they'll never trust me. I've been meaning to talk to you about this. You put your heart and soul into aiding the Australians. Australians could not have a better queen. I was planning to give up the crown. I never wanted to be king. My only love was music until I met you. Our queen would flourish if we had a queen that understood the needs of the people. And that, in the end, I'm the issue. I was raised, pampered, and spoiled. It would take a lifetime for me to become a proper leader, but Australians need a fit leader as soon as possible. The person will either be you, or someone elected by the Australians themselves. No matter what happens, I plan to spend the rest of my life with you. You're thinking of abolishing the monarchy? That's a huge decision. I don't think I'm fit to be queen, but you can't abandon the people to scramble for a new leader. Even if I want to be selfish and keep you all to myself. If you want to leave the throne, we should stick around to make sure the Australians can stand on their own. After that, the sky is the limit. I could show you what the ocean looks like. So they're not even near the ocean? Aren't castles normally built like near oceans for like transport reasons? I can't wait for the sun to rise. I'll tell the father he needs to accept you as family or have no heir. Once I make the throne, it will grant me the official power to dismantle the monarchy. I will be with you every step of the way, no matter what. Jesus, a lot of dialogue. What's the green bar for? It's stamina. No, country could hope to match Australia's knowledge and innovation. Okay, so Australia is a country. But our kingdom was built on the blessings of a deity from the stars. Blessings, huh? Is this MechQuest art? Not MechQuest Dragon. What's the other AE game? Epic Duel? It looks like different art from different game. Oh wait, it's like AQ. It's a real AQ art. Yeah, you can see the yeah, it's AQ art. That's one way to look at it. Alright, so if you want to play through the quest line, you want to see the merch shop. There's all the armors. You got Suki's armor in here. Oh, that's pretty neat. That's pretty neato. You got gauntlets. Nice. They blacked out the other one. I like that. I like that. Got a little dopey looking morph. Cool hairstyle. Another pretty neat hairstyle. Got Suki's hair. I actually like that one. Pretty good looking hairstyle there. Nice look to it. So it looks like there's casual armor. There's casual armor as well. I guess that's a drop or something. Is it from a quest? You get prestige from the quest for the merge. Oh, cool bookcase. Don't know where that bookcase dropped from, but house items dropping. All right, so. Where's the... Where do we get the casual armor from, I wonder? Australian is part of lore, apparently. Oh. Yeah, I guess lore is like... So maybe they could explain it. So, when you think of a planet, you think of Earth, right? Maybe Australia is like 8 times the size, or maybe lore as a planet is like 8 times the size of Earth, right? So maybe there are regions where the whole sky is, I don't know if that even worked, but maybe there are regions where the whole sky is like a certain way. I'm not too sure how the whole planet thing works, if that's possible, but maybe that's the way of explaining it. Perhaps. Oh, we got a rug. Oh, that's cool. That's a good house item. Hell yeah. Nice little red and gold rug. That look good in a lot of houses. Big fan, big fan. So that's a pretty neat little story update. This is like a nice little like bite-sized small update. A lot of reading. if you skip the cutscene, you'd be like, oh well, the 10-second update. Because it kind of would be like a 10-second update, but for a game that updates every week, it's not bad. Early stream, yeah, what's up, Bang? I mean, content's out. I'll be honest, it released like right as I woke up. I like woke up, looked at my phone, and like Alina tweeted like Darken tweeted the release was live and like some tidbit about lore or something on his Twitter. The first thing I saw on Twitter. I haven't even ate anything yet. So it's like, oh, the update's out. Better hop on it. Let's see what's new. I was playing a Tiny Tina game last night with Frosty. We're gonna play some more of that tonight. pretty solid so far. As far as Borderlands 3 DLC goes, pretty decent. I skipped the cutscenes because you were reading them, so no point. Oh, nice. Yeah, probably better. Or I'm not the best narrator, but so might not be a best idea to do that. Me fumbling over my words, but yeah, better to like play through the event and like listen to a cutscene than sit there reading it, I guess. What do I think about Australian lore? I don't even know if I'm saying that name right. I probably aren't. I probably am not. But the lore? I don't know, it's alright. It's a little like it's a little on the horror side, right? Which I guess a lot of stuff in this game is on the horror side. It'd be nice to have like some lore in the game that was more reality. I don't know what I guess the reality of this universe is like a bunch of like monsters and stuff, but I don't know. I don't know. I think it's a little too heavy on that personally, but other than that, it's alright. It's pretty good. It's got a good style to it. It's got a good the way they've done it. It's unique. You respect that. It's not like it's not like super derivative, which I like. Like it definitely has some inspirations, but it's pretty of its own, right? Respect that. A lot of the lore in this game is like super derivative. Which isn't a bad thing, but once you see like a bunch of it over and over again, it gets kind of repetitive. It's cool to have unique stuff. Seems like drops are really dropping. Yeah, seems like drop rate is kind of low. I think this is where you get the armor, right? We got the one other armor. This is probably where Suki's armor is. That's what I'm looking for. Like the only thing I care about from the drop list. I ain't picking that up. Oh, we got a 1% drop. Trade chest. You think in the new AQ it will run better because it can use hand hardware? Yeah, there's... What, is that even a question? That question's really self-explanatory. Imagine you're a game sitting on a PC that has like all this hardware and you're using a single thread of the processor. A single thread of a 16 thread processor. And at most it can use 4 gigs of RAM, I think. At most, but it probably only uses like less than like 2. I'm pretty sure it's limited to 4. Not that it would ever even get near that, but yeah, I bet. Hey Camera Guys, what's up, man? Playing AQ with a 3090. Something light, something light. Yeah, I have an 80, not a 90. When I bought my 80 at 3090, it would have cost like 3 grand. Or not 3 grand, it would have cost like more than that. AQW's dead. Certainly not doing too hot these days, that's for sure. Wouldn't call it dead though. For me, I've explained this 100 times, but for me, dead's when the game stops getting support from developers. Like Battlefield 2042 is dead. Like it hasn't got, like it gets no updates. They're already talking about the next Battlefield game already, believe it or not. Like that game's dead, right? Like that game dead on arrival, never even lived. So can you call something dead? But this game has more concurrent players than the new Battlefield game that came out a few months back. So think about that. There's more people currently playing this than the most latest Battlefield game from Electronic Arts and DICE. My GPU has the fans off when playing AQ. Yeah, your GPU will only be running your monitor, which is light work for any GPU. Your GPU doesn't render anything in AQ. Does not render a thing. I mean, it does, but it renders the pixels, but that's, yeah, it's all done by your CPU mostly. More of a transcode from your CPU. I should swap glasses so we can kill this guy faster. I hate how you have to spam auto attack with a VHL sometimes. Very annoying. Getting in place. I wish the auto attack was more auto in this game. We're watching you as a kid 5 years ago. Now also be making AQ vids? Seems nuts. Yeah, anyone can make vids. It's not that difficult. Glad to see your videos popping, man. Keep them up. IMO and AQ2D is done. There will be a Unity version including 60 FPS, and so what do you mean? AQ2D is Unity, and it'll run at whatever frame rate you want to run at. Phones these days have, like, every new phone comes out with 120 hertz screen these days. Having a game locked at 60 is really silly. The average casual consumer knows how good 100 plus refresh rate is now. Your average consumer. They're on that high refresh rate, which is great for everybody. You guys see the new Grand Theft Auto game got ported to the brand new consoles, right? And it only runs at 60 FPS and barely. That's an embarrassment, man. That is actually an embarrassment. Imagine launching your game on the PS3 and it barely running at 30 FPS, and you go 2 console generations later. 2 console generations later, over a decade, like basically a decade later, and the game is still can barely get 60 FPS on a brand new console. That is wild. Absolutely just blows my mind how bad they can get that game to run on consoles. Does the Suki armor drop from the sky, chat? You debated. Been here a hot minute. No, I mean, I hope there's AQ2D gonna be PC version. The AQ2D is always been PC version since before they were even working on it. Everyone knew it was gonna be PC. I don't get the confusion behind that. What we are playing right now is not gonna continue to be updated for the future, chat. The version of AQ that we're playing at this very moment will be abandoned at one point in favor of a new version. At one point this will be a legacy AQ Worlds. I mean, it might not be fully abandoned, it might still be like I don't know their full plans for it, but this will be a legacy AQ Worlds at some point, or classic or whatever. And it might have the whole RuneScape thing too, where people prefer the Flash version over the there might be a point where people prefer the Flash version over the Unity version of AQ Worlds, like RuneScape has. Suki's casual armor is dropped by Aurelia. Oh, okay. Thanks. Whatever her name is. Rolla. Something like that. I try to run DS1. Dark Souls? No, I don't. I'm try to run Dark Souls. The only Dark Souls that I played is 2. I didn't really like it, so I haven't really tried any other games. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with item transferring. Holy. We got a bookcase. And a ponytail. Oh, neat. I don't think everything's gonna transfer, if I'm being honest. I think they're gonna be very it'd be a shit ton of work to transfer everything. I don't see them doing it. I mean, I'd be happy if they did, but I don't see them doing it. I think it's gonna be like it might be like a wave-based thing where like groups of items will get transferred or something. We'll have to wait and see. But there's just a dumb amount of items in AQ Worlds. It's just a stupid amount of items. I don't realistically see them transferring all of them. Why is my AQ so HD? I play on a 1440p monitor at full screen, and the game scales with resolution. So like, let's say you have a 4K monitor, the game just scales up to 4K. If you have an 8K monitor, the game just scales up to 8K. Like the So when Artix explains in the AQ2D dev, like the dev stuff they're posting, like the dev notes about AQ2D and how they have to move from the line-based art to the raster art, the reason this game looks so good is because it uses the line-based art. It's the reason it can also scale up to like insane resolution and still look very good and not pixelated. It's because it uses the line-based art. When they transfer over to the raster art, it's gonna look like dog shit if you take the game and put it on a 4K monitor. If they don't like give it the proper like quality, if it doesn't have proper resolution and quality, it's gonna look like absolute garbage. It's gonna look like those you know when they poured an item from AQ3D into AQ Worlds and it looks like a JPEG on a sword, right? It just looks like an absolute like just disaster. That's how it's gonna look if they don't do it properly. That's how the whole game will look on AQ2D. I'm really worried about that. That'll hurt that game more than anything if they fuck that up. That'll absolutely hurt the game more than anything. That's the one like big concern I have. And from what they've shown, it is already like that. It's already pixelated. It's already looks really shit from what they've showed. What has been shown, it's already looked pretty shitty. So hopefully they fix that up. Rasterization needs anti-aliasing. Yeah, they can oh, we got it, nice. They can clean it up with tricks, right? Like anti-aliasing with filters. They could. I think this game. I think AQ. I think there should be like a line art, a faux line art filter or some shit like that. I think there should be something like that in the or not filter, like a shade, not a shader. I don't know the proper term for it, but you could definitely get away with like tricks to make it look a lot better with some tricks in Unity. They need to be doing that. They need to have like an AQ Worlds shader that they make for the game. There needs to be like stuff like that to make it actually look good. Because just like putting the art in there like straight up with without cleaning it up at all in the new engine is not gonna look good. It's gonna look really shitty. It's gonna look really like scuffed, very unpolished. And they haven't really talked about that yet, so I don't know if they're going to be doing that. They plan on doing that. They haven't said anything about it, but I hope they do. Cool. Chick have anything? What's cool too is Unity can utilize all the new stuff, the new GPU tech too. You can get the NVIDIA, like DLSS, RTX. You could put all the new AMD, like FS, or whatever the AMD stuff is, all that new stuff. All that stuff can run on Unity too. So they could have some like really fancy anti-aliasing. They could have fancy fucking. They could put the fanciest shit they want on the game. Like tech wise. They could go balls to the wall, like crazy good, like everything. Will they? Definitely they won't. They won't. There's no chance. Not a single shot they do any of that, because they don't do it for AQ Worlds or AQ3D. They haven't updated Unity for AQ3D. I'm pretty sure AQ3D is still running. I might be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure AQ3D is still running on the Unity they started development on, right? They haven't upgraded it. That's just weird, man. Weird. It's just weird. Hey, those are cool. I play another game that runs in Unity, and I talk about this sometimes. Yeah, Escape from Tarkov, which is probably like the best looking, most popular Unity game that runs on the Unity engine. And those developers, when there's new versions of Unity, they're like, yeah, we're working on upgrading to the new version of Unity. Like, they're always trying to like push the like edge of what, like they're always trying to get the newest shit into the game. They're always working hard on that stuff. Then you see Arctic Entertainment over there with AQ3D, and I'm pretty sure it's still running on the version they started development on. Actually, no, I think they might have updated it once. I might be wrong saying that it's running on the first version they started working on, but it definitely isn't the latest version of Unity. Already exists a type of anti-aliasing for 2D pixel art that adds gray pixels between edges. Some extra shadows would be good too. I don't think you want to swap up the art style too much with shadows and stuff. I was thinking about this. I was thinking like, what if they added like dynamic lighting and shadows and all that stuff to the game? I don't know. I think it could be cool, but I also think it could take away the feeling of the game, right? Like it could take away from the game. Sometimes the game looking shitty is part of its like looking like it's part of its charm, right? Like look at what's that one game? I can't think of the name. Oh, there's a lot of examples of games that like choose to have like poor art styles or like dated art styles and stuff. As part of like that's what they want the game to look like. I think if you go too crazy with like shadows and lighting and stuff, like it just might not look like AQ Worlds anymore. I could see that happening. RuneScape, for example. I think RuneScape could use an art overhaul, but that's just my personal opinion as someone that doesn't really play RuneScape. I think RuneScape could use better art. I think RuneScape looks like absolute dog shit, but that's just me. I don't think the art style that RuneScape started off with is a good one. I think it's more of a product of its time more than anything. And oh shit, I hit the X. God, I wanted to inspect it. Well, we need to get that drop again. I don't do that too often. Can't remember the last time I accidentally X'd out an item. Like Call of Duty? What do you mean? I think 2019 is the best looking Call of Duty. Oh, you mean like 2019 to Cold War? Like how it looked the worst? Yeah, for sure. Cold War looked like ass art style wise. Vanguard looked alright, I guess, but I still think 2019 had the best look to it from recent Call of Duty games. Art style of OSRS is a classic. I don't know about that. One of the reasons I never played RuneScape is because I hate the art in it. I got like a new item for my character and I couldn't even tell that the items changed on my character because your character exists of like, there's like 8 pixels on your whole character. You're like, oh, did that pixel change? I don't know, maybe it's a different color pixel? I don't know. For real though, your RuneScape character is like, what, like 6 polygons or something like that? Maybe 12 polygons? Like 2 for the hands, probably 2 more for the arm, or like the hands probably like a single polygon. And then with the arms like what 2 to 4 polygons for the arms. the body's like maybe 3, the head's like a couple, and the legs and feet. This shit looks like absolute ass. I don't want to OS. Yeah, I mean, yeah, don't change the old school art. I think there should be a new RuneScape. Like, imagine like an actual like modern RuneScape. That doesn't look anything like the old one. Like, just like Jagex like actually like put some time in, you know? Like I actually like flex around and makes like a very like modern looking game. I don't follow RuneScape at all. I doubt they'd ever do that because it seems like they still got enough players playing their old games, but they get me playing it for sure. Isn't there already a better looking RuneScape? Yeah, there's like, isn't there like a mod that makes it look cool? Pretty sure there's a mod for RuneScape that makes it look, adds like a shit ton of like lighting and like retextures it all and everything, right? RuneScape 3 is a thing with modern graphics. RuneScape 3 is not modern graphics. You were on something, my guy. RS3 is not modern graphics. It looks like dog shit. The fuck is this modern graphics? Modern graphics. This shit looks like ass. Morrowind has better graphics than this. Since this doesn't even look good for a Nintendo 64 game. And there's a lot of Nintendo 64 games to put that to shame. If the year was 2000, that would be modern graphics. I'm talking like a 2022 game, you know? Oblivion plus shader mod? No, vanilla Oblivion looks way better than that. Way better. You don't even need a shader. Oblivion on like medium settings looks better than that. Low settings Oblivion looks better than that. You don't have to run it at ultra. Like I said, Morrowind on like high settings looks better. Am I gonna get Australian General from Treasure Chest? What's up, Al? Thanks for the 2, man. Appreciate that. Saw you in game. What is new Treasure Chest items? I did not know. Thanks for super chat, How. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Don't know why the alert. There's no audio for alerts for some reason. That's weird. Got Archfiend, hey, thanks for another 2, How. Appreciate that. Hey, a code as well. Thanks for dropping a code in the chat. Thanks for the 2. Appreciate that, How. Big thanks. Hey, yeah, some new Australian stuff in the chest. It looks alright. I'm not too for it. I'm not crazy about it. Now I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait to use my keys. I'll wait till there's items I actually want on the chest to use my keys. Cause like I could use my keys and get those items, but if they add new items to the chest I actually want, if I use my key, there's a chance I get those items instead of these other ones. So let's wait till there's actually items like that I really want on the chest. April almost here. Yes, sir. Wait, is it April next week? Oh shit. Next week is April 1st. Cool. April Fool's Day is next Friday. That's gonna be a neat update. I didn't know that. I mean, I guess I did know that, but didn't really realize that. Yeah, there's black ones in the shop. Yeah, we looked at the start of the stream. Forgot the code the first time. I appreciate that, huh? So 4. I was hoping that armor was just a farm. Yeah, you either have to get the treasure chest or the featured gear shop for the black version, so yeah. Kinda sucks if you want to farm it, but still waking up. Sorry, chat. But yeah, it's good. It's good. There's some good stuff to farm this week. Or there's some decent items. Chat, what should I order? I want to order some food. I need to eat something. And I don't have any food here. I have food here, but nothing I want to eat. Man, I wish we get some new restaurants where I live. I think I ate everything way too much. That's one thing I like about traveling. It's trying to, like, one of my favorite things about like traveling is trying different food, like from different places, right? That shit's banger. That's like one of the best things. Food. Gotta love food. Anyway, of course you like food. You need to survive. You live in Canada? What do you have there? Well, where I live in like a small city that doesn't have a lot of like chains. Like we just recently, like in the past like 2 or 3 years, got a Buffalo Wild Wings. I haven't ate there yet. Is that good shit? Buffalo Wild Wings. That's like one of the newer places in my city. Fat Burger, Wendy's, Red Robin, DQ, Burger King, Subway, local taco shop, White Spot, Denny's, Edo, Japan, AQW, Indian Place, local restaurant, local donair place. That might be good. I haven't ate from the local donair place. Although all my local pizza places suck ass. Boston Pizza, local pub, KFC, Ricky's, Montana's. Local Indian place. Pizza Hut. Oh, this is a new shop. Busters. I might order from this place. Pizza and Donair. That's a new spot. Original Joe's. Original Joe's is pretty good. I don't know if that's a chain or not. But Original Joe's is some good ass food where I live. It's probably one of the best places where I live. Yeah, it's everything. Not everything, but quite a few of them. Is it original? I don't know. They have a really good chef there. I think it's like a 4-star restaurant, or I think they have like 4 Michelin stars. The one local, at least. It's very good. Oh no, 3 stars, not 4. If 3 stars is that good, I wonder how a good 5-star. I've never ate at a 5-star restaurant before, but if a 3-star restaurant's that good, goddamn 5-star must blow your socks off or something. Yeah, that's pretty sad. A 3-star restaurant's the best one in my whole town. Anyway, I'll order that off stream. I don't know why I'm looking. Hey, what's up, Polar? You have a Jollibee? No. There's a Jollibee in Edmonton, which is in Canada. I think there might be one in Vancouver too, but there's none where I live. So they're moving in, right? That's a Filipino joint. That's like recently like coming into Canada, right? Because Canada has a huge Filipino population. So it makes sense. But yeah, I haven't tried Jollibee. I imagine their menu is kind of different for North America too than it would be in the Philippines. Because in the Philippines, like, you can order like rice at a lot of places too, and that's not normal here. So I imagine they're not doing that. Maybe they are. I don't know. I ordered the 2022 calendar and it hasn't arrived yet. How long did it take for it to deliver to you? 3 weeks. I think it was actually fast this time compared to most. It actually showed up. Usually it takes like a month. I think it was like 2.5, 3 weeks. Like pretty quick compared to what they normally are. But I live in North America though. I live in Canada. It does have to cross the border, which usually takes time for border clearance for whatever reason on a piece of paper being shipped, but yeah. It was actually faster than normal. You're gonna start Dragon of Time? Good luck, man. That's a class. That is a class to farm. Oh, I need to order something, chat. I'm starving. I just woke up. Haven't ate anything. Hungry. KFC? KFC sounds good. KFC open? I'm on Saphira server like always. Buffalo Wild Wings could be good where you're at, or crap. It's a risk. Yeah, fast food is very dependent on where you get it, right? Or like who, like depending on what employees like making it usually. Like sometimes you'll order a burger from a fast food place and you can tell that like they were being rushed. Like they really just like, you open up the burger, it shit looks like it exploded in the box, right? And sometimes it actually looks like pretty decent. So you can tell like when they're like being super rushed and when they're not. I don't even think it's about care, right? Like they get super busy. super busy sometimes. I live in Europe, in the Slovak Republic. Oh, nice. I don't really... Where is that? My European geography is not great, to be honest. Not too hot. Alright. KFC coming. Those classic sandwiches from KFC. My god. Some popcorn chicken. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, how's the whole Ukraine thing going? That war's still going, right? I haven't really paid attention a little bit, but pretty crazy that like that shit's happening, like at all. Like that, it's like a fucking. I mean, it's kind of weird to say, but like that's like straight out like a Call of Duty campaign or some shit, like Russia invading Ukraine. Pretty crazy that shit's happening. People still dying, yeah. Pretty fucked. You would think that if a war started like that, right? Like there wouldn't be that many civilian casualties, and like, I mean, I guess war, so of course there are, but I don't know. It seems like that wouldn't happen as much as it actually does, right? It's kind of fucked. How, and I think it might just be more of a Russia thing. It seems like they're, I don't know, why are we talking about war? Anyway, never mind. Let's not get into that on stream. Anyway, I'll talk about something else. My ass in trouble talking about war on stream. Real fuck though, that's for sure. Oh, you guys see that new GTA thing? Grant, I talked about GTA a little bit earlier, but GTA Online, they're adding a subscription fee to GTA Online. You guys see that? Pretty popular game, or the most popular game ever sold, GTA Online, right? There's probably a few people have played it that are watching right now. Yeah, they're adding a fucking subscription service, $6 a month. And all you get for $6 is 500,000 GTA dollars, which is like, yeah, what? That's literally nothing. You get bonus money and RP on certain activities, which is something they do anyway in the game, so that's really like not worth a lot. Access to member-only shark cards, so you can pay the money to pay them money. Oh, nice. And additional monthly bonus content. Wow. Sure. Oh yeah, and that's not available on PC either, by the way. That's only available on the new console, and not available on the old consoles. Only on the new generation consoles. For whatever reason. for whatever reason. That's really dumb. That's like the dumbest shit I've seen Rockstar pull yet. And you know why they're doing that, right? Investors. Investors hear the word recurring revenue and they get they get bricked up, man. Recurring revenue? Oh, baby, take my money. Take it. Take all my money, Rockstar. I'm investing all my money. Take it. Recurring revenue? Oh my god. I hope nobody buys that dog shit. I don't think they're getting flamed enough for it, to be honest. You always see these people, like some company will come out with some like bullshit, like a subscription model for GTA Online, and then there'll be some actual like pants on head, you know, just there'll be some people in the comments like being like, bro, it's $6, bro. You don't have $6? Like, come on, man. It seems definitely worth it. Like, oh my god. Bro. Oh, there's always those people too. Those are the people buying shark cards. The reason we don't have GTA 6 already. It's those people. Those people are the reason that they're still updating GTA 5 and they haven't came out with a sequel. Those people. Bro. Chat. When are they gonna add more grinds to this game? Not that I want more grinds, but I feel like they're been lacking. I feel like it's been lacking. The last one we got was like what, Dragon of Time? I don't count Ultra Bosses. I don't think Ultra Bosses are grinds. I think they're more like activities to do with groups, which I don't think is the same as a grind. Not even close. When they, I think the last one, oh, I think Dragon of Time is kind of a group thing too, to be honest. At least a bit. Dragon of Time would not be fun to do solo. Would not be fun. They didn't add a grind for Deja's birthday. They didn't add one for No Gas birthday. I say Dej first. They didn't add one for Dej or No Gas birthday. When they're adding the next one? I feel like it's been a hot minute. I feel like there's some grinders. There's some people that don't bot. There's people that actually grind, like to grind this game, right? And I'd be down to like do a new grind that was actually worth. Like I have to finish like LR, but I mean, I'd rather have someone else to do that's worth it, right? A new thing. Not that I'm really big on grinds, but Hollowborn and SOD does not fucking count at all. It's literally a recolor of another grind. You can't recolor a grind and say it's a new grind. Absolutely not. Archfiend kind of grindy. Yeah, but if you're a player that's been playing for a while, you already had Archfiend and you didn't have to grind for it, so it's really only a grind for new players. It's not like a long-time player can do that grind. They already have the class. NSOD not even worth it anymore. Yeah, NSOD kind of got replaced by the other, it's more of a legacy weapon now, right? More something that only older players would have. Because it's kind of like not even worth getting. With all the new 51%. Oh, the Vodred armor? I don't like grinds that require other grinds. I'm talking like a new, fresh one. The Vodred requires you to do other grinds, right? Like, I get that that's like, oh yeah, yeah, dude, I grind. Like, I got all the other grinds done, so I'll do this grind. But like, they gotta add some fresh shit. I'm talking about fresh content that doesn't involve other content. Fresh. Bro, you didn't even do Ascended, which is a pretty good grind. No, it's not. It requires like 12 other grinds. They need to add some fresh shit. Some new shit. They'll probably add a grind for Darken Saga apparently. Eventually, right? Yeah, Dot required a bunch of other grinds too. Like, everything's all intertwined. Refuses to farm? Yeah, I won't farm dumb shit. It needs to be worth doing. For sure. Ascended isn't worth doing. Asks for new grinds, refuses to farm. Yeah, I'm not gonna farm unless it's worth it. Will not farm unless it's actually worth. They need to add some more shit that's worth. That's why I'm asking for new shit. I need more options that are actually worth. 50% rep is pretty good. When the fuck did they... When's the last reputation they added? Hollowborn? And what do you need Hollowborn rep for? Nothing? 50% rep is worthless. Absolutely worth it. Worthless. I'm talking about like some shit that's actually worth doing, you know? Like when I grind in other games, right? Like I will grind the absolute dog shit out of other games. And it's for stuff that's actually worth it. Like I'm grinding a weapon that's like, oh, this weapon has like this ability that makes like your makes shit explode when you hit something with it. And like, oh, it's like that's sick. You want that weapon. Or this one has like insane health leech that lets you like do this stuff. So of course I want to kill this boss over and over again to get this insane health leech or farm these materials or whatever to get the get this item, because it's got like this crazy ability that has. There's nothing like that in AQ right now. There's nothing like, oh, 5% more gold farming. Oh yeah, oh fun. Not really. It's not really fun. What the fuck do I need gold for? Yeah, add some actual cool shit. They can do it. They can add cool shit. They just don't for some reason. Lost Ark? Yeah, I played Lost Ark for a bit. The class I want to play in Lost Ark isn't in the North American version of Lost Ark though. That's the thing about Lost Ark. I might go back to it one day, but I looked at it before Lost Ark came out. I was looking at the Korean version, thinking that all the Korean classes were gonna come out, and they didn't. So I didn't get to play the class I wanted to play. Feels bad, man. You won't get explosive damage? Yeah, I was just using examples. They can add cool shit to this game, they just don't. You item and donate the most important farm and most important item in the game. Don't complain, lol. Don't complain, lol. Yeah, of course I item and donated it. The fucking... What is the... What? What are you saying? So you're saying you would rather spend that time than just item and donate? If you had an item and donate that you're not using on anything else? You just like, nah, I'd rather just waste a shit ton of time. When I farm, I like to do it efficiently. If there's a way to skip shit, it's gonna get skipped. If it's efficient. Efficiency is like maximum. Like that's key. I love doing that in games too. I love when games will give you like, oh, if you go get this ring gives you 10% more XP. And if you get this item over here, that'll increase the drop chance of that item. So if you stack the ring with that drop chance, you're getting more XP and higher drop chance. And with that drop chance, you can get more XP. and you stack that on top of that, and you're more efficiently doing this. I love that shit in games. If it's more efficient to do something, it's gonna get done. There's no way I'm wasting time on stuff, and if it's efficient, it's getting done that way. It takes 60 hours to farm. It's 60 hours to farm. That's a crazy amount of time to farm a single weapon. But most of the efficiency shit in this game is all pay. Like, it's all pay for efficiency, which is... Like, fastest way of doing most shit in this game is paying. It's just, you know, is what it is. I enjoyed VHL farming. I wish there were more nation farm stuff, because I think I enjoy it because I have the most efficient way of doing it, right? Which is like paid shit, but yeah, 60 hours is a fuck ton of hours for a single item. Most times in other games, when there's a grind that will take you 60 hours, you're earning other shit along the way. In AQ, that's not the case at all. You're earning gold, I guess, but the gold's worthless, so you're not earning anything else. When you do 60 hours of grinding in a different game, you might run into other items and shit that are actually super useful for your build or other stuff while you're doing that grind for the one other thing. Like, you're running into a bunch of other content, you're running into a bunch of other, or most of the time you are in most games, you're running into a bunch of other gear and stuff that would be helpful. When you're doing 60 hours for a single fucking item with nothing else, that's really dog shit. Think about it. Thought you hate dailies? I don't mind dailies when they're actually content and not log in, do bullshit, log out. Like, I think the ultras being weekly is alright-ish. I think it's okay to have dailies if they're worth logging in for too. I've actually changed my mind on dailies a bit recently from playing like other stuff. I like having dailies in other games. I think dailies can be done where they're actually appealing to do and they're rewarding. But I don't think the dailies, like getting a token towards a class, is rewarding in a game like this. I don't think it's a rewarding daily that you want to, like, in my head, like when I think of other games, like, oh, I need to log in a daily to get this and this because it's for that, right? But in this game, it's like I log in for a token for a class. Like, I forget to do it most of the time. It's just not worth doing. Yeah, AQ3D class tokens are, yeah, that's the daily you just forget to do because you're like, it's not exciting at all. It's kind of like just shit content, really. When you have a daily that's like you can only kill this boss every day and the boss has a chance of dropping this like crazy item, you're like, oh, I want to kill that boss every day. It's a fun thing to do to go kill that boss. And I can only kill him once a day, so the item that he drops is super rare because other people won't have it because it's walked by in a daily. So it's actually something cool to do every day, right? Like if you have a 1% drop off a boss you can only kill once per day, like that's just actually a cool 1% drop that you're not gonna see that often. At least like when it first comes out, when like the first like month that's out, it's gonna be a rare item to see, right? That'd be a cool flex to have. But like a class token, that's boring shit. Is it possible to transmog in AQ? No, they said it would be. They said it will be a thing in the not so distant future, but it seems like that future is more distant now than what it seemed like it used to be, because Spider put up a thing on Twitter actually. I made a tweet asking like, yo, where's the transmog at? And Spider, one of the guys that's working on transmog, I should put this in a news video. I forgot. Oops. Anyway, I'll put this in the news video next week. I'm gonna bookmark this and put it in the news video next week. But yeah, they're still in the house update, and even Spider says like still, like even he recognizes that like they've been on the house update for way too long at this point. Yeah, they're still on a house update. Cosmetic slots and outfit slots are going to be in the inventory rework that's next, but they're still on house update. It says that the quality of life updates are not priority since AQW 2D progress must come first, which, you know, makes sense and kind of highlights how understaffed Artix Entertainment is, right? The one dude that like does all their fucking like development work can't be working on AQ Worlds right now because he has to work on AQ 2D. This dude right here, he has to be working on AQ 2D. Like the fucking one other guy, like the one dude they have that like can do shit like this, can't work on it. So, and then Spider can't do it himself because I'm pretty sure he needs Captain Rhubarb to do like the server side shit that he can't do. At least that's how I think it's been explained. So yeah, unless they gave Spider access to like the server shit, which I don't think they're gonna do, this can't get done without Rhubarb's help, and Rhubarb's working on 2D, so understandable but frustrating at the same time, you know. Hey, thanks for subbing, man. Welcome, welcome. Why is my OBS not making any noise? Okay, it might make sound now. Any news about cosmetic slots? What I just showed was the most recent news we have about cosmetic slots. Yeah, I finished the questline. We did a content event today. We're chit-chatting. Oh, is my food here? Nope. Should I buy Timeless Darkcaster or Infinite? You need any Darkcaster to do Legion Revenant, so just get any of them. Whatever one's the easiest Darkcaster for you to get that one. I do get the criticism that people say about me asking for grinds but not wanting to do the grinds that are in the game, but the reason I ask for grinds is because I want more options, and I think more options are good for all the players, right? Like when you start playing a game, right, and you look at what the end game content is, when there's like 3 things to do, it's kind of like, oh, okay, there's 3 things to do and I'm done. Like what? The game needs more shit to do for everybody. The people that have done the other stuff will appreciate it. The people that don't want to do the other stuff might appreciate it, right? Like there's a chance that they want to do that stuff and they don't want to do the other stuff. Like it's good for everybody. I definitely pick and choose what grinds I want to do. I think everyone should. I don't think you should be blindly doing any like bullshit content they add to the game, right? And that's not just for AQ Worlds, that's for any game. Like sometimes games just add like dog shit content to the game. It's better to not do that. How long it take until the casual drop? It doesn't drop from the last boss yet. It drops from like the one of the other guys. I thought it dropped from last boss, but chat told me it dropped from what's her name? It dropped pretty fast though. It take too long. Her, I think? Oh no, it wasn't her, it was the other one. Oh, this guy. Wait, why does he get the male version of the armor? Her. Right? I think it was her. Yeah. I think she dropped the armor. I might be wrong about that, but pretty sure it was her. Thoughts on item to donate? Not my favorite thing in the world, but I guess it's kind of necessary. They're kind of expensive. I kind of wish they were $50 and not 100, to be honest. Probably the only thing that kept the development of this game going, to be honest. Item to donate might have actually, like, you know, in a small way saved this game. Not that's being a little like dramatic, saying it saved the game or whatever, but adding the item and donate system into the game definitely gave them like a shit ton of revenue, and whether or not they use that revenue to actually improve the game is debatable, but kept them going, I guess. I think the company having revenue is good. The system itself, it's kind of expensive. Now, I participate in it, but not like, I just get the item I donate from like buying ACs. I don't really, and having membership, I don't really, go out of my way to get them. Like, for example, I have one in my inventory right now that I've had for months. I don't have anything I want to spend it on, so. I'm sure I'll find something to spend it on eventually, but the last item I donated was actually pretty cool. Look at that. It's like my pet's not loaded in. I think it's one of the cooler items in the game, to be honest. And I've never seen it with anyone else having it. Probably because I have other people's pets turned off all the time, but it's a rare item. Don't advertise your... That's just weird, man. Here's my advice. If you're not at 100 subscribers yet on your YouTube and you want to get there, upload videos. That'd be way more productive than commenting and trying to promote yourself on my channel. Way more productive. Instead of sitting in my room AFK right now, you should be uploading videos about the new event that just came out. There's my advice if you want to actually grow your YouTube channel. Make content. Upload shit people want to watch. If you guys know any items like the PTR like flame, like cool unique items like that, let me know. I'm always down for suggestions, but I feel like every time I ask for item and donate suggestions, people give me the most like default answers. Like they give me the most default suggestions that they could possibly give me. Like, oh, you should get this color custom dog shit looking zombie armor that looks like ass. Like people always give me like the worst suggestions. No, I'm not getting Guardian Shadow. Guardian Shadow's not that bad, but it's super overused. It's really racist to like PTR flames because I don't see anyone with it ever. It makes it a lot cooler. Makes it cool to have an item that you don't see every day. Like some of the items are really good and they're overused for a reason, right? But at the same time, like you see it too much, you get bored of seeing it. I mean, the worst suggestion seems like the rarest armors because no one wants to wear it. No, I'm not talking. I'm talking like, yeah. So what I'm asking for is a gem, like a hidden gem, right? Like a needle in a haystack. So if I ask for suggestions, I'm not gonna get the proper. Like no one's gonna give me the right answer because everyone's just gonna answer. Like yeah, there are some good items that aren't used too often, but. I would probably item and donate that cool looking Saphiric pistol revolver thing, but they're not. I don't think AE is going back and putting weapon animations on older weapons, so it's not going to get the pistol combat animation, so kind of a waste of an item and donate. But that's like the top one of my mind right now if I had to pick one. I think a revolver looks really cool. No, you can't item and donate Hero Mart items. Hero Mart items and contest items and dev items are the ones you can't get. Everything else is available though. Any other items available? Rare stuff from badges that you could buy. Not badges that you could buy from what are they called? Like rare upgrade pack items are available. Rare like 10k chests, rare stuff from Feature Gear Shop, rare merge items, rare drops from the past. You can donate all that, but you just can't get like Hero Mart dev items and contest items. Will they ever increase level cap? Probably not. Game's pretty balanced how it is right now. I don't think if they increase level cap, it'll fuck the balance for a lot of stuff. Like a lot of the ultra bosses and stuff, it'll completely fuck balance on that. So I think they're leaving it at 100, if I'm being honest. I don't see them increasing level cap with all the ultra bosses and stuff in the game now. Because in the past, right, think of bosses used to be hard, and then they increase level cap, and those bosses become super easy, right? If they increase level cap, a lot of the ultra bosses that give you like 51% weapons and stuff become super easy. Or not super easy, but a lot easier, you know? So I don't see them doing that for that reason alone, to be honest. I think it's gonna stay at a cool 100. No, you can item and donate 10k chests. You can't item and donate. A 10k chest has to be out for a certain amount of time before it's item and donatable. Like if it's in the shop, you can't get it. You have to pay 10k AC, so you can't item and donate like when it's available. But I think it's once it's gone for a month, you can get it or something like that. I think it's like wait period or something. Maybe. There are certain classes you can't item and donate, like, which I actually think is cool. Like Chaos Avenger, you can't item and donate this. I think. Can you item and donate Dragon of Time? I think Dragon of Time might be another one you can't item and donate. Might be wrong about that, but I think you can't item and donate it, which is cool, I guess. I think it's one or two classes. There's might be a few classes you can't item and donate. Look, I got almost 8 hours of sleep. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Jesus. Probably because I need some food. Hungry. Food. Oh my god, I didn't complete. I gotta go get my food. It's out the door. Someone had Void High Lord item and donate today? Yeah, if you item and donate Void High Lord, it tags it with an item and donate. I farmed mine, so you can tell I farmed it. And I definitely farmed my NSOD as well. You can tell because I have the dual version. And you can only get that by farming it. See? See, chat? I farmed my NSOD. See, chat? I didn't actually farm my NSOD. For anyone that's confused. I got it before. I got the duel before they put the requirement in. But I could probably trick some people into thinking I farmed it. Is it worth farming Void High Lord? Yeah, I think I made a video on if it's worth it, and I think that video is still the same. People didn't like my complaint about the damage or the ranged attacks on. I complained in that video about the range on VHL and how it's dog shit, and a lot of times you'll be out of range for no reason. And it seems like nobody shares that sentiment with me. Like, I'm the only one that experiences like being out of range in VHL when you're boss farming with it. That happens to me like if I'm doing a long farm on a boss using Void High Lord to farm it, that'll happen like 2 or 3 times while I'm farming, and it happens consistently. It's very annoying. It doesn't happen with ranged classes. It only happens with fucking Void High Lord because it has no goddamn range on it, and it fucks your mana when you go out of range, and then you're just like stuck there doing nothing. And maybe you're not paying too much attention. Maybe you're farming and watching a show or something on YouTube, and you're like, that really fucks you over. Not a big fan of that. And I had my monsters locked in place too. People are like, just lock your monsters in place, forehead. That doesn't really work. Doesn't work. I feel like I go crazy with being the only one with like that complaint from the comments I got on that video. But yeah, I made a video on if VHL is worth it. I definitely watched that as my full thoughts on it. But yeah, I think it's worth it, with some caveats, of course. Like I farmed it with like the pay to win pets and stuff like that. So doing it free to play might be a bit different than what I experienced. New questline and items AQ? No way, we literally get that every week. We don't get a questline every week, what do you mean? Sometimes we literally just get a boss to farm, and that's the event. Or sometimes it's a war, which doesn't count as a questline in my books. There is new items every week, for sure, for sure. So putting that in the title is kind of like, you know, a given, but I don't know, it looks good in the title, saying new items. More intriguing than just putting questline. I don't know what's in the actual event before I do it, so my title has to be very general for streams usually, so it's my thumbnails. If I did these streams on like Saturday and I knew everything was in the event, I could make much better titles and thumbnails and probably have more viewers in the stream, to be honest, but I like doing them when the content's like fresh. Korey Katana, 4th birthday shop. Is there only a single for Korey Katana? I would not get the single of that, especially if it's not CC. Oh, that reminded me. Oh, shit. Yo. Hey, do you need payment first? Hey. Contacted an artist about a commission like 2 weeks ago. Or no, at the beginning of March. And I'm very patient when it comes to commissioning stuff, but they haven't responded or said anything since like the beginning of March for someone I contacted for an art commission, and I just saw something on Twitter. It just reminded me that I need to hit him up and see what's going on with that. Need some new art. I want new art for the end screen on my videos. I'm still using the Christmas art, which I like the Christmas art. That's actually really good art, but I feel like keeping that for around winter would be better, and it's kind of like spring now, so probably update the art. They're sleeping, Korey? What do you mean they're sleeping? No, the artist has been sleeping since the beginning of March. Were they a bear? What, the opposite of a bear? They start hibernating in the spring. Sometime this might be a weird. Never mind. Sometimes I contact an artist to commission them, and it takes them like 3 weeks because maybe they're backed up with other commissions. Sometimes I'll contact an artist and commission them, and like 2 days later, like they're like, "Here you go." I'm like, "Oh shit!" Or like I think I commissioned a guy one time, and like it was like 18 hours later, and the guy's like, "Here you go." I'm like, "Oh damn, that looks good." Like sometimes they're like crazy fast with them. But sometimes you wait a month. It's like, it just depends on who's doing it, I guess. Do I think there'll ever be a harder class to farm than VHL and Legion Rev? If so, what would your opinions on it be? Do I think Legion, Revenant, and VHL should be peak performance? I don't think there should be peak performance in this game. I think there should be balance among classes, which is happening more these days with the class council and stuff. They are doing something at least to make the classes more balanced, which has been a big criticism that I think a lot of players have had. How complex is the commission? Oh, it's relatively simple. Just a full body character, no background. Not a crazy art style, no metal shading or anything. Whenever I send out commissions, I try to make it like, I do like a whole art thing. Like I do, I go in Photoshop and I'm like, I have like arrows pointing at shit. And I'm like this on this and this and this and this. Like I do a whole diagram in fucking Photoshop. I don't know if other people send that for commissions. Like I have like references, like I put like a bunch of references on like a thing. Like I do like a whole like diagram for the fucking for like the art. But no, I think there should be more balance among classes. I don't think there should be peak proficiency. I don't think they should ever go higher. Would be my answer to that. I think it should stay even. They could add more classes along the same lines with same power, which they kind of did with Dragon of Time, kind of with Chaos Avenger, but not really. So they could do more of those, but I don't think they should be adding anything more powerful to the game. What class do I want to see get reworked? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. Evolve Shaman. Evo Shaman would be one. I'd like to see like a buff change balance to Blood Titan. I think they did that a while back, but I don't know. Not enough. I don't know. Legion Revenant's a buff? Does it, hoodie? Does it? It's weaker than Archfiend? Is it? I actually don't know. In what situation would it be weaker than Archfiend? How much is your account worth? More than 2k? Is my account worth more than 2k? To someone it might be, I don't know. What an account's worth? Accounts are worth nothing. They're owned by Artix Entertainment. They have zero value. In a hypothetical world where you could sell an account and someone would be willing to buy it, someone might give me $2,000 for my account. I don't know. I have a bunch of rare Hero Mart items. I have items that are only like 11 of them in the game. I have, you know, a shit ton of like rares and shit, but like if you wanted to item and donate all my rare items, it would cost you way more than $2,000. So in that case, yeah, my account's worth more than $2,000, I guess. If you start a fresh account and wanted to get all the rares that this account had, yeah, it would cost you a shit ton more than $2,000. But, you know, that's not the reality of what would happen. It's only better in survivability. There's no way Archfiend out DPS LR. What the fuck? What the heck? Is there a way? No shot. It has lower DPS than Archfiend, even with Spiral. Really? Yeah, I probably will end up nerfing Archfiend then. That's kind of silly. I mean, Legion Res is better. Wait, does Archfiend have group buff? So that would be a niche for Legion Rev if that was the case. There's no group buff on it, right? Oh, physical damage your opponents take. I think that's a group buff. I think that applies to the whole room, right? This does seem like a pretty decent class, to be honest. But it only hits 2 targets. Which could be a downside in certain situations. Hey, what's up, Chubbs? How you doing, man? Yeah, would increase group DPS with those buffs, yeah. It's better than NCM. Yeah, NCM, I don't think NCM's ever been really that worth it. That class could use a okay, that's my answer to that question before. Classes that need a rework? Yeah, NCM. For sure. That's big. That class needs a rework, this one. This class needs a rework more than anything. Big time. Big time. I'm not saying a buff. It needs a rework. It could keep it on the same level as that right now, which is, you know, pretty decent for what it is, you know, for pay to win, but, well, not even pay to win, but for like a paid class, it's, you know, you're up there with classes that take a shit ton of farming and stuff, but I could use the rework for sure. I'm not big on it. Why is it even in my inventory anymore? I don't know. I should just focus on AQ mobile. NCM was ever OP. NCM was never OP. That's a bad use of the word of the phrase OP. What of order? What of order isn't ranged? What? I thought it was. You talk about kills per minute solo though. When I talk about having more targets, it more applies to when you're doing more than one person in a room where mobs are like instant or near instant dying. Which is a situation a lot of players don't run into, but That's when I say, yeah, when I like having more targets, it's for that situation. I'm just saying right now for dot is worth. Not really. Actually, I don't know. Current dot, I haven't used a lot of current dot after the buffs and stuff. I think you should do most of the content that leads up to dot too. It's a lot of story content in the game that you need to do to get Dragon of Time. I think a lot of that should be done on your account anyway. But there's also a lot of like BS farming for dot as well that isn't story content, but dot's like kinda worth, you know? It's a kinda. The Darken Receipt quest. I had the Darken Receipts pre-farmed for Dragon of Time before it came out, and I don't mind farming Darken Receipts. I don't get why people hate it so much. It wasn't that bad. The worst part of the Dark that I remember from the Dragon of Time farm was that one room where you had to kill a guy like 1,000 times or some shit. It was like a boss you had to kill 1,000 times. That was awful. That was really bad. Farm everything until you become a Yolgar overlord. Yeah, all this just to sit in Yolgar. The real end game. Witcher 4 announced. Not really, Hoodie. Not really announced, but yeah, the School of Cat, right? And it's gonna be a new group of characters. It's not gonna be Geralt and Ciri and all them, right? It's gonna be fresh faces, you know? That might be okay. Okay, here's my theory for the Witcher 4 chat. You guys are gonna big disagree on this, but I think it's gonna happen, and you can mark my words right here. You know, bookmark this part of the VOD right here. The Witcher 4 is not going to be like The Witcher 3 at all. It's going to be more like Skyrim than The Witcher 4. It's going to be first and third person combat, like closer to the Elder Scrolls than to The Witcher 3. That is what's going to happen with The Witcher 4. It's going to be new characters, it's going to be a new story, it's going to be on a new game engine, and it's going to be first and third person combat like Elder Scrolls. I'm calling it right here. I have no evidence or proof. That is just my wild theory, but I'm gonna call it right now. I'm gonna call it. That's what they're doing with the next game. But that's just a theory. Elder Scrolls with Cyberpunk. Yeah, they're using Unreal Engine for the next game. They're not using Red. And the only reason I see why, okay, so my theory is based on the fact that they're going to new game engine as well. They had a shit ton of problems with Cyberpunk being on the Red engine and having to like completely like rehaul the Red engine to work with Cyberpunk. And I feel like they want to do a Witcher game in the same vein as Cyberpunk, but they had so many problems with the engine that they need a new engine to do an upgraded version of what they did in Cyberpunk for a new Witcher game. So that's why they're going with Unreal for the next game. So they don't want to run those same problems again that they did, that people criticized them for. in Cyberpunk. They don't want to run those issues again, so they're going with a tried and true engine that they can more freely develop on. And yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be more of like an Elder Scrolls than the last Witcher game. I could be wrong, and you know, I'll probably play it either way. But and it's not like I'm not expecting that. It's just a guess that I have. But I'm guessing that the reason they went with a new game engine is because they want to try a different type of game for the new, like, because think about it. If they wanted to just do another third person, like Geralt style game, like they did for the last Witcher, why not just use the Red engine again, right? Why not just use the engine you had that worked great for the last Witcher game? They want to do something. They want to try something new for that. Would be my guess for that. That's my guess. I don't see why else you'd swap engines when The Witcher 3 did so well on that engine. Will I ever finish the Legion Revenant grind? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Witcher 4, is that a Canadian game? It's Polish. EU friendly as always, I see. I can't help being EU friendly or not, man. I just play the AQ update when the game updates, right? If the game updated at a EU friendly time, I would be an EU friendly streamer, you know? But it updates in the afternoon in North America, so that's when I stream, because that's when it updates. 12 AM ain't that bad. That's still early in the evening. For me, at least. Witcher 4 is probably going to be released earlier than AQ Mobile. No, I think we'll be playing an alpha, beta version of AQ Mobile before next Witcher game comes out. I don't think next Witcher game is going to come out for at least, what is it, 2022 right now? 3, 4, I would think at least 2025 before we get the next Witcher. Would be my guess. Christmas season 2025. Be my guess for the release of that, but it could be later, it could be earlier. I don't know. Don't know. You know what I do know though? Starfield. Pog. Man, I can't fucking wait for Starfield. Is Void Hylord really good, or did people overhype it? Void Hylord's alright. It's alright. Just like you'd think, you don't really need it. It's nice to have, I guess. Does alright DPS. It's good DPS. It is, yeah, people do overhype it though, for sure, but it's alright. I think it's not amazing. It's alright. I wish I had range on it. Removing the range was a big, I don't think they should have done it. I think they should have left it with the range on it. Even if people wanted to use it for multi-target farming or whatever the fuck they were doing with it. I think they should have kept the range on it for QOL over anything. Not a big fan of that. Anyway, chat. We've been chatting for way too long at this point. I'm gonna go eat some food. And yeah, thanks for tuning, guys. Didn't plan this to be a long stream today, to be honest. 2.5 hours. Yeah, seems about right for how long I think thought it would be. Play through the Darken stuff, new content, check out the shop, new treasure chest items, new quests, farmed the drops, did all that. The weekly grind for AQ. Next week is April Fools, which should be cool. Hopefully, looking forward to that. You know, they're very hit or miss. I guess they never miss, huh? For the AQ events, but for the April Fools events, I meant to say. But so we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. We'll see what happens next week with the April Fools stuff. Could be cool. Looks like there was a lot of cardboard stuff that on Twitter that was related to April Fools, I think. So we shall see what they do for that. Hopefully it's better than what they did 2 years ago with the fucking what was the Nicolas Cage one. Hopefully it's not like that. That was really weird. But I guess they're allowed to be really weird for April Fools. We'll see. We'll see what they do. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for chatting with me. Fun times, talk about classes and stuff. Yeah, Lightcaster used out DPS Void High Lord when he got it all stacked up. Used to. Doesn't anymore. They changed that. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Have a great weekend, guys. Have fun playing whatever you're playing. And yeah, I'll be back on next Friday for some more stuff. Thursday news video will be on will be on Thursday. The news video. It was on Wednesday this week. If you haven't seen the news video that I put on Wednesday, check that out. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Have a great weekend. And yeah, adios.